think for the Brasas, it'll be interesting to get off to a good start here. And you think after 130 matches, there'd be a little communication in the middle of the court there, but both Brasas stared at that one in the middle of the court.
Rare miss for Jade Kawamoto, known for her consistency.
Yeah, 2 of the first 3 rallies, you've seen that from her. That will not continue. Beautiful counters from Mary. Brascia heads up with Anna Bright there. They've squared off in some singles in the past, but this is nice for Mary to be able to reset the two-handed backhand. So that's a combo that can be very good for Maggie. Speed it up down the line. It's likely to be propelled back to your forehand just late.
It's a nice shot from Mary Brascia on the right side, finding some offense.
Yeah, that one-handed backhand, all the ladies know the potential of if they can get that shot added to their weaponry, and that was really well done from Mary there. Just a violent counter from Jade Kawamoto there. And even though Anna Bright played earlier today, she did not play on the side of the court she is on at all, so all 4 in new spots. And Anna Bright, when it's going well, plays as fast as anybody. So we saw a billion forehand roll dinks from Anna Bright in the mixed match. Now she's going to be hitting backhands all day long on the left side of the court. First lob of this match, not nearly deep enough. And when you have a lefty on the right side, it's really hard for the diagonal to find a place where they're not going to hit an overhead at you. So that's a much tougher lob for Mary.
So where should you lob when you're facing a lefty?
In that case, it should be straight up down the line over the left shoulder of Anna Bright. Cross court's going to be really tough.
Bright wins one down the center.
Love that firefight. I love the attack. Maggie Brascia started this and had her team in good position. Just too good from Kawamoto and Bright.
What a shot for Jade Kawamoto on the backhand, no less.
And that's another proof of how she's got plenty of finishing power. So don't just think she's resetting all day. Really well done from Jade.
This isn't Jade Kawamoto's full-time job, by the way. She works for the NCAA full-time.
Yeah.
It's in Indianapolis, Indiana, an emerging place where not a lot of pros live yet, but they're building in that direction. They have the Kawamotos and Rohrabacher in the area.
Rick Witskin, the senior pro, running around there as well.
Good attack from Mary Brascia, set up by Maggie down the line.
That's just a great point from the Brascias. Ended with the patented pirouette from that lady right there. Mary Brascia, look for those when things are going good. But that's only one stop, so got to get another one. Bad luck for Mary off the tape there. They're going to play through this. Double-decker VIP far side. Loving the ladies' second semifinal here.
Jade was ready for the counter. Just missed it. Top of the tape. Serve returns to the Brasas, who need something to get going. Oh, wow. Jade Kawamoto reaches all the way in with every inch of that extension.
Yes, and the lefty on the right side gives her that extended reach. A righty there would have never been able to reach that if they were the same height. And that's a great play. Dink it, wait till your opponent's head goes down and then run.
There for Anna Bright. To get this, chatted with her before this, what a insight she gave me on this matchup. First of all, she says the Brascias are very underrated, and she's modeled part of her game after Maggie Brascia. There for Maggie, but she says she's always loved how Maggie plays, Anna Bright does, and says they have to expect a lot of balls back to be able to grind and capitalize when they get the opportunities. That was the key for her in this matchup. So far, they've done that in game one.
Yeah, and the errors of 100%, unfortunately for Brascia Nation, have been on that side. And a very uncharacteristic first game here for a team that is usually so solid, Michelle. Lots of unexpected errors. We're at 9-0.
Oh, what a shot from Anna Bright. Grabbed it.
Yeah, that almost got behind her, and she was able to do the reverse scoopage there, and it was perfect.
Reverse scoopage. Have another look. There it is.
get some touches, get a little rhythm. Taking a step back and speeding it up off the bounce into the Jade Kawamoto backhand is not recommended, Michelle. That just caught the baseline, so just this onslaught of everything. Obviously good play on the other side, but net chords. And another Maggie Brascia speed up gets just absolutely pummeled.
2-0-1.
For Jade, but what a couple of pickups from Anna Bright. Yes. Her defense has been stellar.
Oh, she wants this badly. She, as you mentioned to you, she loves this partnership. She wants to prove that they can win this whole thing.
She's been very high on Jade. Shot from Maggie Brascia.
Love that out of the air attack. So much better there. Now let's see if they can earn some more of that, because these two can dink. They can put people in trouble. Mary Brascia can bring that singles prowess to the game.
Wow, goes inside out. Anna Bright reads it, somehow grabs it, and that causes Mary some frustration.
Not only grabs it, but hits a winner down the line. I mean, Anna Bright on fire.
Mary Brascia dangles one. Anna Bright was wishing she let it go.
Yeah, it was going to be wide, but her paddle was still there from the follow through of that beautiful two-handed backhand down the line. Just astonishing defense the whole way through, and then a miss from Jade. Can that be the trigger? And just get one here. That checked up a little bit on Jade and just threw off the swing path.
Just back for Anna Bright, and the Brascias are on the board.
And the ball was put in a very dangerous spot, but they'll take it however they can. Bounce up in the air on the dink, but too much on it from her.
Maggie takes over, forces the error.
And has that potential. And 2-2, all was fine.
What a point. Jade Kawamoto counter lobs, gets back to the kitchen, and a patient point ensues.
So speed ups off the ground have been a problem for Maggie. Something to look at here. Look at what spot she's picking, disguises a little bit better. These two are all over it so far. More rocky start here for all four players. The Brasas will take it as they settle in. Out of the air, good job tying up Jade Kawamoto there. So good job, Maggie. See if the Brasas can take a lead here. Maggie's happy to be playing, had to scratch from MLP due to illness, so good to have her back out on the court.
Big whip from Anna Bright.
2-2-1.
Inside out, there's the put-away power of Maggie Brascia.
And the placement of that was perfect. Didn't need to clobber it, just get it down quickly. Such a talented player right there. I have no idea how she does it with the gum, though.
In other news.
2-2-1.
Just back for Anna Bright on the Ernie attempt.
Phenomenal read, but kept the paddle face open just a bit there instead of just going straight down with it. What a lob by Mary Brascia, and then what a tennis overhead. Did you see her point like you're taught back as you learned junior tennis to hit that overhead? Well done from Mary, and they've got a nice little 2-point lead here. Touchdown, Mary Brascia there, but got a gift from Anna Bright.
Quick timeout called.
And the Brasas love the fact that they've taken back control of this match here. Sister to sister right there, and the ability of Mary Brascia to reload the big swing on the two-handed backhand is great. And then there's the finishing power of younger sister Maggie.
A nice put away for Mary Brascia, and the Brascia sisters are back.
And Maggie again fueling the offense with attacks out of the air. Just love how she's playing here in game number 2. And I'll write the letter. Yeah, just wide off the tape there. Both paddles were there, and it might have been Maggie's paddle that propelled Mary's forward.
7-2-1.
They'll try to get this return to Maggie as well, most likely, since she's missed a couple here. Nice job by Mary of stepping over. And even though that feels like it's not that important, when you're up on a very good team and you don't even get to the kitchen on a couple of service tries to add to your lead, those can sometimes bite you at the end. Maggie in the air has been awesome.
Is that because she's having more opportunities or just what she's doing with them?
Both.
Too big on the inside out overhead. Anna Bright couldn't even track it down.
No, and one of the best movers over there just got beat by the pace and the location. So they've been on 7 for a bit here. Can they just get, you know, this is where you want to get 1. Again, and she tucked her elbow in to handle that cross-court attack. That's beautiful from Maggie right there.
Oh, that's a winning shot for Anna Bright.
And both sisters were looking at each other after a tremendous rally. That's one I'm sure they'd love to have Maggie come over and just squeeze middle. I talk a lot about how close to Colin Benjohn's plays it's for shots just like that one. See if they funnel this one to Jade as well. It's a great shot from Jade Kawamoto there, and sometimes you just got to go, okay, that's a great dink. I need to find a safe place, not try to do anything offensive. Mary a little too aggressive there in a bad position.
Bit of a run here for Bright and Kawamoto, trimming the lead to just 4. Point of the match, maybe the day so far.
Absolutely incredible with the lobs, the track downs, the defensive, like overhead practice for Maggie Brascia in the middle of that, and ultimately it is the defense of an ATP from Maggie. Great job. These two have stepped it up since getting pickled in game 1. That's the one spot where there's been a little bit of a problem, a little bit of a Pez dispenser spitting out errors over there, so you got to keep an eye on that. Unable to get one there.
4-8-1.
Anna Bright rolls it down the middle, makes it a 3-point game.
5-8-1.
How about 6?
And how about if Mary dinks the ball down?
Final coming up. And a little run here for Kawamoto and Bright. Looking to steal game 2 off the Brasas.
Great point coming out of the timeout, but Bright and Kawamoto have upped their level, especially on the defense.
There's Maggie Brascia stepping up with a big response, and they needed it. That's held a, what, 8-2 lead in this one?
And again, out of the air. Maggie's just got to be patient and wait till she or Mary sets that up.
Wide, and what a battle. Kawamoto and Bright come away with it.
Remarkable, not surprising though, because the determination of Anna Bright, she doesn't care what the score is. She wants to win every point that she plays in every match that she is in. And I realize a lot of people desire to do that, but she plays with this unbelievable fire and passion that is really unmatched. Pretty critical that they at least kept it even there. So can they sneak ahead again? We had horse races earlier on center. Can they nose back in front?
The full circle. Got to bring the horses back.
We're in Texas. Come on.
If you missed the horse race, you missed out. Wow. Oh, just short for Mary Brascia. Serve returns to Kawamoto and Bright. Couldn't get one.
I could do a 30-minute show breaking down so many shots in that. I mean, the Mary Brascia lob down the line has been unreal, and what a track down from Anna Bright in the middle of that.
Wow, what a point once again. Anna Bright gets the edge there.
We heart women's doubles. I mean, so good again. And an unbelievable little roll topspin lob that caught Mary Brascia completely off guard. But the athletes that these four are, they're going back and getting very good lobs and throwing them right back into the kitchen like a yawn. It's unreal how good. That is so hard to do. Most people panic. Not anymore. And again, it's the evolution, Michelle, that we see.
Mary Brascia responds in a big way. One more service try for Bright.
Violent angle right there from Mary.
Oh, just shy for Maggie, bringing game over 30 courts indoors this weekend for the rain we experienced earlier in the week. A lot of courts outside too. Near $6 million investment. Unbelievable facilities. And game point for Bright and Kawamoto. Mary Brascia says not yet.
Fabulous rally coming out of the timeout. Love the timeout. They got themselves situated. Never let Kawamoto and Bright get set at the kitchen line.
Mary Brascia saves the day on a game point and gets one closer here.
There goes the run of 8. They just want a run of 4.
Mary Brascia saving game 2 on her side in the final stretch.
Some terrific court coverage from Mary there. And unbelievable. They've been figuring this out for a few days, so you'd have the best pictures.
Maggie just barely avoiding the kitchen.
I thought Mary might come and grab her sister and pull her out of there, because if you fall forward, that's called momentum. So if she goes in the kitchen there, that is considered a fault.
Very graceful exit. Oh no, a miss for Anna Bright, and wow, what a shift in momentum, a 12-10.
From the world's most iconic tennis arenas to the glint of an Olympic gold medal, a new court beckons, a new challenge arises. Jack Sock has conquered tennis. Now, pickleball's next. Mastery, precision, passion, that's what champions are made of. And when it comes to pickleball, there's only one company they turn to. Jack Sock's legacy continues with the #1 brand in pickleball. Selkirk Sport. We are pickleball.
To be launching this wonderful network with you from Dallas, the biggest tournament ever.
Much tougher position for a lob there when you are being pushed back. So that's one I'd rather see Jade just lay in the kitchen, but wait for Mary to be ready, put it down on the ground. Maggie ran through that one, just not quite set, but impressive that the Brasas saw their lead go away and they were able to respond. These lobs have a cumulative toll, Michelle. You have to keep running back there as many times as Jade and Anna Bright have here in this match. You're not going to have your legs perfectly if this goes 5 games. So they're going to keep doing it for sure. Wow, and Anna Bright went over it and just say, hey, Jade, we're good after that missed third, and tried to compose herself and missed a serve. So let's see if they can just get rid of that and move on here. But I feel like that now is the time for the Brasas to kind of pull away a little bit here if they can get their game going.
Oh, Jade sneaks one on the line. It was a rocket cross court.
Yeah, so X40 ball certainly helps with that. It plays a little slower, and that's the farthest angle in the court. So smart choice of where that went for Jade as well.
Anna Bright powers back.
And marches back to the line with authority. Always touches the back of the court before each rally. So Brascia's had a chance to grab an early lead. Did not. Let's see if Kawamoto and Bright can. So that's the danger of that angle for Mary of trying that particular lob when she hasn't moved Jade into the middle of the court a little more. I love that Anna Bright sped up that rally when they're unwinding the stack on the far side.
3-1-1.
And Anna Bright, when she has attacked down the line, it has been very effective, Michelle.
4-1-1.
Brasas both get tagged on the same swing.
Got away from them, rather.
Same spot, even tighter to the line, actually on it there. And if Maggie Brascia leaves that dink flying just a little too far, Anna Bright all over it. What a response from these two.
Gets hit. Couldn't get out of the way fast enough.
So that's the reload of the two-handed backhand. If you drive it into the two-handed backhand of Mary Brascia, you just can't get it back there. Great job by Mary. Yeah, and the dink precision wildly in favor of Kawamoto and Bright here in game 3.
Jade Kawamoto sneaks one down the middle.
Yeah, great counter there from Jade. Looking forehand paddle there. Well done. Great footwork from Mary. I know it went off the tape, but to be able to find a forehand when you were lined up for a backhand, that's just really well done for her right there. You saw the complete pivot. Mary made Anna Bright pay the price. Jade tries to go inside out, but you run out of real estate fast from the middle of the court. Great leave from Mary.
2-7-1.
And there's something about Mary Brascia right there. That's a really nice finish in the middle.
See what you did there.
3-7-1.
And Anna Bright just sitting on what she had, the trickery. Mary's like, yes, I've got her. And Anna Bright's just waiting. Here's what inside out going astray looks like from up above.
Oh, what a scramble from Mary Brascia, but Bright and Kawamoto come away with it.
Just an incredibly physical battle, and here's a couple of balls going up and over. Look at this overhead.
7-3-1.
Such a cool look.
Ball was called out, so an 8-3 lead here in game 3.
3-1.
Way to be relentless from Mary Brascia there.
8-3-2.
We saw an 8-2 comeback in game number 2, so far from over. Nice roll dink there from Jade Kawamoto. There's been very few missed dinks from Mary Brascia.
3-8-2.
Oh, Mary Brascia, she had it for the taking.
And then a big yelp to go with it. Can't believe she missed that one.
We made it 8-4. Now the serve back on the side of the Kawamoto Bright team.
3-1.
Maggie Brascia, sturdy as ever.
Yeah, that was one of those where Anna Bright had that, like, I am winning this point, driving it through you, and Maggie said, haha, not on my watch.
Let cord. Both sides goes in favor of the 2 seed, 9-3. 2 points away from taking the game advantage.
Perfect setup, just not finished off by Anna Bright. So, little sister convo here. Good look at Maggie, the younger sister.
39-1.
Gets the roll off the tape, so can that start something for him? Nice job stepping into the middle there by Maggie Brascia, and this is such an interesting second and third game where somebody goes flying ahead and then there's this rally. Let's see if they can keep it going. They can, and I don't know if a match has ever had more lobs and overheads hit ever, and it is affect better team.
Would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that discussion.
Wow.
Big counterpunch from Anna Bright.
That has been the home of many winners. Yeah, and there wasn't a discussion. It was just straight math, Michelle. So just everybody turned in their
So they ranked
rankings.
every player or just the top ones?
Probably every player, and then you do math.
Ben John loves that.
Yeah.
Anna Bright, unbelievable performance from her, sprawling out for defensive plays as well as offense.
And keeps beating Mary Brascia down the line. There's another look at it right there. That's pretty.
Big play from Jade Kawamoto brings game point.
Okay, so a couple chances missed on errors.
She's typically so clutch in those moments. Anna Bright. I guess she is human.
Gets the first one back quickly with some prolonged aggressive attacks straight ahead.
Just missed.
Got away with one there, but that's the way pickleball works sometimes.
10-6-1.
Lengthy grind there, and they save another one.
Okay. Game point number 4 here for Anna Bright. Jade Kawamoto closes out game 3 despite it getting a little bit closer than comfort there at the end.
Keep making balls, throw those lobs up, and then Anna Bright step in and be the difference maker. And then Maggie Brascia is 100% the X factor on the other side. Mary's played very solid. When Maggie's been on, she's been absolutely great.
Oh, Maggie comes out early.
Yeah, great save from Mary on a cross-court rope from Jade Kawamoto.
Wow. Oh, no one wanted to miss. Just caught one at the end, and Kawamoto and Bright on the board first in game 4.
And what an unbelievable save where Mary Brascia literally laid the paddle out in front of her earlier in that to maintain some level of reset.
Takes over. There's your X factor right there.
And that's what's going to be required to force a game 5.
pressure from Anna Bright right at the left foot of Maggie Brascia in the transition area.
Great recovery off the tape from Anna Bright earlier in that rally, and then some swinging away. This is a wild match for ladies. Sometimes we get tons of firefights. We've had some of those, but more the lob and the strategic dinking.
Maggie Brascia, she is so powerful. So many weapons in her arsenal.
Her biggest cheerleader, Mary Brascia, screaming at the end of that one.
Much fun to play pro sport with your sister.
Oh. They talk about that a lot, how it's such an incredible blessing to be able to get to do that. And a nice serve from Maggie set up the last one. Oh, and a wild miss from Anna Bright there, unwinding the stack. And this match is just chaos. A pickle 12-10 to follow that up, and now the Brasas go roaring out in front. What a drive from Mary Brascia. There's that singles forehand that can really help you in doubles, and watching the joy when someone comes back from serving our country. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Inside out beauty from Maggie Brascia. She wants a 5th game.
There's an X on the X40 ball, and the X factor, Maggie Brascia, is absolutely raised her level here. Tremendous game 4 for her so far. Wow, and then a ball off the tape after Brascia bumper cars on the return. We've got Jade on the left here, folks.
As for Anna Bright, and this gap keeps getting wider. And how about the pickleball necklaces on our wonderful fans here in Dallas?
Love those two. They've been here all day. They are into it, and now they're bundled up, but the necklaces have gone nowhere. And Jade on the left lasted one rally. But as a Brascia's, you're like, hey, man, they're frustrated that they're putting a lefty on the left side. That means 2 backhands in the middle.
Lobs on point for Mary.
Oh, a little too much there. And it seems like sometimes Maggie really goes after the overhead and sometimes she just places it. But the lob make percentage, Michelle, is unbelievable in this match for all the ladies. There's the Mary cheering pirouette, and Maggie had to do what she did at the beginning of this game and is absolutely dictating play. And we have not heard from Anna Bright at all here in game number 4.
Mary's reaction.
She has a lot of fun conversations with herself, good and bad, after shots. That time, if you are going to lob, just hold your ground. They're going backwards. If you know it's good and deep. And you can just see the extra confidence in Maggie. She stepped over to that middle dink and just threw crazy spin at Anna Bright's feet. Bad luck after a perfectly played point by Maggie and Mary.
Anna Bright showing some life on her side, not going away yet.
And 2 perfect lobs from Jade Kawamoto there. That one, Mary could not track down in time to drop it. She had to just throw it up in the air, and then a brilliant overhead from Anna Bright.
3-9-1.
What a sneaky little dink there from Mary Brascia, because you don't want that to be too high, but you can find an angle from there if you put the right amount of just a little bit of spin.
Oh, and a sneak attack right back from Jade Kawamoto.
Still like it from Maggie, being aggressive, just too good on the other side. Sometimes in this game, you got to tip your cap on the other side. Great job by Jade. And it's wild sometimes with Maggie Brascia. She's better on a ball like that is not high up for an overhead, to put that ball away at her shoulders. That was a really good finish.
Long for Maggie.
Right idea, wrong execution. Cannot start playing safe now.
9-4-2.
Same idea, just didn't move Jade out of the way before that lob. And it's like there's an emergency brake pulled when one of these teams gets to 9. 1 hour and 40 minutes into this one, Michelle.
And not even Jade is fast enough to get to that one. It's a crafty shot from Maggie. Not very nice.
No. And everybody's like, ooh, that went over. 2 bounces, 2 bounces. And to do that with a 2-handed backhand, too. Usually most people would bunt that with 1. That was awesome. Oh, opportunity was there, and then she let it get too low. That is the pattern. That is the win for Maggie.
Big play from Jade Kawamoto, saving a game point. Gets the serve back. That's clutch.
Heck of a dig from Anna Bright there. And if we go 5, this is where all the off-court training is going to come into effect. I mean, every point is a battle, Michelle. And that's a 2-handed backhand that Anna Bright would love to get any time in a rally. Just swung down through it a little too much. Little late to her combination there as Maggie's been going down the line, slide, forehand, but couldn't get to it.
Brascia putting the team on her shoulders.
I mean, she made a save with the backside of the paddle there. She's famous for the merry-go-round shot. If you haven't seen that, look at.
Game point for the Brasas to force a 5th deciding game. And they'll do it on the forehand of Maggie Brascia. Tournament here.
It's the absolute epicenter of everything, and to launch a channel on top of the biggest event, unbelievable. Wow. One Brascia sets it up. The older sister finishes it off. And we haven't had this all day. We'll switch ends at 6 here in game 5. So there's a little offense from Anna Bright, which was few and far between, to the Brascia's ultimate credit of not giving it to her.
0-0-2.
Jade tried the sneak attack, and Mary was ready. Maggie Brascia inside out. And what they have to avoid is thinking about playing on Sunday for the first time as they get closer if they have a lead.
Anna Bright forces the issue, gets the serve back. Which team has a better shot against Annalie Waters and Kappa Parento?
I think it depends on how Maggie Brascia would play in that, because there would be a lot of pressure on her. Anna Bright would love that opportunity, but we're at 50-50 right here.
Anna Bright finds the middle. So clutch with that shot.
I'm quite certain Catherine and Anna Lee are hoping this is 27-25 in the fifth, though. Just keep winding them and grinding them. So that's what Anna Bright's got to decide. Where can I push the pace a little bit but avoid getting countered?
1-2-2.
Brascia, stingy defensively. Maggie punches one home.
She deserves the touchdown salute at the end of that. That was remarkable. A perfect lob on the line. I thought, oh my gosh, we finally had a missed lob deep. Not the case, Michelle. And you want to get to 6 first just for a little confidence, because we will switch ends. What a grind for the Brasas there. One hour, 54 minutes. Few errors from Mary Brascia. Tried to sneak one behind Anna Bright. Was able to do that earlier in the match.
Anna Bright finally gets Mary to miss.
And a really tough two-handed backhand overhead.
5-3-1.
And we still have another match, Michelle. And for those dudes, you know, after 11-0 in 15 minutes, they probably thought they would have been maybe done with their match right now. How many times have they warmed up on the outside courts?
Yeah, JW Johnson has 3 events tomorrow. We're at 8:15 p.m. Not ideal.
Well, he has 2. He did lose.
Yes, you're right.
He did lose in mixed to the very lady on center court here.
Correct, if they win. Thank you.
2-3-2.
Just wide in the limbo back pose from Anna Bright there.
3-2-1.
Swat with the two-handed backhand from Mary Brascia. Another player that has more put-away power than is given credit for. And can they add to it? That's an important third. To switch it 6-2 up would be massive.
5-2-2.
Anna Bright goes inside out, holds off the Brasas, getting to 6 first.
So how much of a difference is it going to be?
2-5-1.
Little skitter off the tape.
Yes. 2-5-2.
There's the one-handed flick from Anna Bright in a game 5 of a semifinal. It is ready. So they get one. Older sister's like, just go serve. We're fine.
Another sister called Jackson as well in the Brascia mix.
Yes. That's awesome. See what they have for national championships. And this is on a 1, Michelle, so this is big. Wow, and the first freebie in like an hour. And we just hit the 2-hour plus mark.
Mary tried to get out of the way. She does. Ball lands in anyways. Anna Bright staying alive in the point.
Yep, and Maggie attacked off the bounce, which she really hasn't done much, and paid the price there. Oh no, so this is 2 interesting shot choices, one well wide, one not the right choice where the ball position.
Oh, and a quick whip and a swift switch of the hips from Maggie.
And she thought she missed the return, so she was even a little late out of the starting gate, and then hits that. Wow. Mary definitely played an out ball there, so they all count, and it was Jade that sped it off the bounce there. So this is going to be a battle of wills down the stretch. Off the bounce, counter, lost, lead is 2. Boy, what a great volley on the run from Mary Brascia there, but Anna Bright had everything she wanted. Wow. Clean winner, 3rd in doubles, Michelle, at this moment in the match.
Wow. Wide for Mary. They seem unstoppable.
I mean, I can tell you the heartbeats have picked up the pace on that Brascia side. And for Brascia Nation, watching all over the place, especially in California.
They get 1. They have 2 more to go, and they are through to their first ever final. This is our 2nd semifinal matchup in women's doubles. Brascia sisters are almost there.
Oh dear. Okay. Got a very short return and big opportunity there, but went deep. Brascia clutch, got a little help off the tape, but was ready for that first Anna Bright attack, and that was the most important shot in the rally. Okay, and Winding the stack problem. Heartbeats are faster. But get and miss third.
Brascia cleans up, gets match point on their side. Brascia. She ends it in 5. The Brasas